Now, iShowSpeed is undoubtedly one of the biggest streamers in the world right now, if not the biggest. But he's been doing this tour of Africa, and this has kind of shown a light on racism. 2026, racism is still happening. You've got somebody who's, there's a lot of places he would have got a warm welcome, okay? But in Algeria and Morocco specifically, there's been some racism. So we're going to react to that and find out what's going on, because it looks like he could have even died in one of these clips, right? And might be a little bit clickbaity. His eardrums did burst, okay? His eardrums did burst, but I don't know if something was shot at him or shot close to him, because I noticed somebody did have a gun, one of those mascot guns or something, or musket or whatever they're called, right? But we're going to react to that clip. But before we do, subscribe to the channel, like the video. That would really help the channel grow. But let's just get into it.
They don't like me. No. I don't. They keep throwing water at me. I just came here to watch the football game, bro. I don't know what's up with these fans. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. I'm leaving. I think I'm not welcomed here. I don't understand. All of my fans show love in Algeria, but at that stadium, I don't know. They should have just chucked the green apple at me.
And thank you to iShowSpeed for letting me know that Algeria is not for the people.
I just roll away, come up, my eardrum just busted. My eardrum just busted, bro. I'm not even trolling. My shit ringing. I can't.
I'm sorry, did we just witness them trying to take this man's life? From them throwing water bottles at him and shooting fake bullets at him, I think it's a very clear message that they don't want him there. That's very clear that they don't want us to come back either. Speed just wanted to show us some different cultures in Africa, and these folks ain't having it. And to those who are saying that this isn't racism, that's a lie. You can't hide racism on camera. They weren't mad because he had his camera out. This is iShowSpeed we're talking about, the world's biggest streamer. They're mad because they're not understanding why a black man like iShowSpeed is getting the praise that he is. And we could leave it at that.
Now, in no way am I saying Speed is gonna be harmed by Hollywood or anything like.
Okay, so obviously you saw the clip there. You know, something went off. I don't know if it's like a firework or somebody was holding like a musket, one of those musket guns, and they shot it close to him, and it burst his eardrums. But I was just thinking, like, I mean, if that was someone like the president, right? Like, his security will be different, right? But with things like this now, we've seen streamers, they're attracting so many crowds. I actually watched one of his streams the other day, and I was thinking, how come? I mean, he's got security, right? He's got these guys walking behind him, these big guys, right? But I'm thinking that the security is not adequate enough. Now, iShowSpeed is one of the people. He likes to engage with the people a lot more than you'd see your traditional celebrities. You know, the close protection is, you know, not as close, I guess, right? But I was just thinking, like, yo, it's dangerous for these streamers these days. You've got to up the security game. You can't just have anyone and everyone just approaching you in such a way, because it could cost you your life. You know, we've seen it happen. There's movies about this sort of stuff, right? Of stalkers that, you know, and we've seen plenty of stalkers following iShow's stream all around the world. Like, there's one guy, they call him White Speed, and this guy's following him all over Africa right now, getting a drop on him somehow. Yeah, and there's other streamers that have, like, there's not even just streamers, there's other people that just followed him around, and people seem to get his location, because obviously he's always live streaming his location. So this is one of the dark sides to streaming. It's actually one of the most dangerous things that they can do, actually, to be honest. And going back to the racism part, right? Obviously, you see, you know, people throwing things at him from the crowd at the football stadium and things like that. So there was recently a game, Senegal versus Morocco, and that's been kicking off. The people are talking about the racism that's been happening over there, because I believe Senegal beat Morocco in that final cup match, and people weren't happy about it in Morocco, right? So that racism has reared its ugly head there as well. I've got another clip of iShowSpeed that I'm going to play for you now. Let's let's pop this on real quick. But this is just again highlighting the racism in Morocco. You're gonna see a lot of racism in this particular short. It's a 1 minute video, so just bear with me and let's run the clip.
Let's go, Chad, let's go.
It's okay. Us four stay tight. It's okay.
Morocco and Algeria's rivalry runs so deep that they couldn't let the whole world think that Algeria is more racist than them. Especially while Speed was still in their country, bro. They had to do this shit, bro, because they knew, fam. They...
Lii ñaaw na. Billaay ñu ngi yàq restaurant jàmbur lii ñaaw na. Xool leen lii. Xool leen. Ñu ngi agressé gars yi. Ñu ngi agressé gars yi gis ngeen. Naar yaa ngi agressé restaurant Mama Africa. Oh.
This is disgusting behavior, man. Racism is definitely alive in 2026. And I'm not one of them people that don't even like to talk about racism, to be honest, because I think sometimes I see things like reverse racism, like a lot, especially in America. You see a lot of, people think it's okay, or the black community think it's okay to make jokes about the white community and stuff like that. But if that kind of thing happened, it was the other way around, there'd be uproar in the community. We see a lot of that in the United States. Is different, right? But this here is madness. And the guy in the short said something about this rivalry between Morocco and Algeria about who's more racist. But I think the question is not who's more racist, is whether it's, listen, you can't label everyone racist at the end of the day. I'm sure not everybody's racist in those countries, but what we're looking at is the overall, this video basically highlights a huge problem in these regions, right? That's undoubtable. Let me know what you think in the comments, right? But yeah, this is just madness. And I wanted to cover it because it doesn't really matter who you are, how big you get at the end of the day. There's going to be people that like you. There's going to be people that hate you, right? The people that don't like you, right? But if it's for your character and the way that you do things and people don't like you, then everyone's entitled to an opinion. But I think that it crosses the line when they don't like you just because of the color of your skin. Or, in sports, I'm not a huge football fan, right? But it's just clear that there's still a lot of racism in sports, especially seeing that. And we haven't even reacted to the whole Morocco versus Senegal stuff, right? But it's clear that there's a lot of racism in those areas. Okay, so that is just absolute madness. And kids, yeah, that is just absolute madness. And I just think like that's just crazy, and it's not good enough. Like, it's not acceptable. I'll just say that it's not acceptable at all. And I wanted to react to it because, and listen, if you go on the timeline, if you go on YouTube, social media, right, there's going to be lots of people talking about this. And I think it's good. I think it's a good thing that people are talking about it to raise awareness. And we need to stamp this out somehow. And it takes one person at a time. We need to change our mindset when it comes to, and obviously, this is me talking as a black person, right? That's experienced racism at points in my life when I was younger, right? But yeah, it's never affected me mentally, emotionally, personally. Okay, the whole slavery thing, everything that happened in the past, I'm not one of them kind of people that likes to drag up and just keep bashing, white people with what happened in the past. I think that's just nonsense, right? There's good people and bad people in the world. And that's what the message that we need to convey, that, you can't blame a whole race or a whole country, for example. You can't blame the whole of, you can't say that the whole of Morocco or the whole of, Algeria is racist, right? It's the individuals that need to be dealt with, okay? No doubt it's probably going to be the select few. I do wonder if, if there's a larger group of the population, that if there's more racist than there is not racist in these countries. But yeah, it's definitely a problem. And yeah, iShowSpeed is not immune from the disease of racism. That's all I've got for you in the video, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. And